And now...
I was excited that I didn't have to do the reparations question and then got the moon question, which could be more complicated. Doesn't that go in your headlines that shouldn't exist bucket?
It really should. I mean, but apparently, I read this too in USA Today. Apparently, the moon, because the core is cooling or something.
It's our fault.
I'm sorry, why does it matter?
It doesn't.
Okay.
I know, but it's funny because you really could do a whole sketch about that because we are so blame happy in this country. Somebody has to take. I think the moon's on Ozempic, and that's the whole thing. All right. What do you think about... conservatives in Texas are talking about Texas, well, this happens like every 2 years. This is Texas seceding. Oh. They love to talk about it. It started out as its own country, right? For a while, Texas was its own country.
We just had a bill in New Hampshire. We get it almost every 2 years. Someone wants to.
But Nikki Haley, your girl, said she doesn't think that's illegal. Come on, she doesn't know why the Civil War happened, and she doesn't get that secession is illegal?
Yeah, look, I'm not advocating for anyone to see. I don't think Nikki's advocating for any of that.
No, but she said she didn't think it was illegal, and it is illegal. You can't secede from the Union. That's like number one. Yeah, we're the United States.
I think everybody understands that's where we need to be, and that's what we need to fight for.
But Nikki Haley needs a bit of a history lesson. I mean,
that's broader than the secession issue.
Yeah. What?
I mean, that's broader than the secession issue. If we go back to the whole slavery.
I know. I'm saying she seems to have skipped grades. I don't know. Some of them.
Presenter Bill Maher and Fox News' Jessica Tarloff got into a heated argument on the growing acceptance of third-party politics on HBO's Real Time with Bill Maher. Always doubtful, Maher dismissed programs like No Labels as political theater, meaningless. Initiatives that exacerbate voter anxiety without providing useful solutions. He emphasized that although these programs capitalize on discontent, they are insufficient to address the fundamental issues within the system. However, Tarloff said that such protests demonstrate a sincere yearning for alternatives. She mentioned disillusioned citizens eager to escape the relentless divide of the two-party system. Their heated debate brought to light the broader disputes consuming American politics and the challenges faced by third-party movements in a system designed to maintain the status quo. Still, the more important question remains: will these movements inspire real political engagement, or will they just deepen divisions and increase voter apathy? The answers might change the trajectory of American democracy and are more uncertain than ever. Now, let's begin this crucial discussion.
I mean, that's it. Look, politics is not a spectator sport, people. You got to get involved. You got to vote. You got to participate.
They could vote for Joe Biden, though. That's available.
But according to the polls, they won't.
That's not true.
Nikki Haley beats Biden by 10, 15 points. According to the polls, they're not going to vote for Biden against Trump.
Everybody stop yelling.
American politics is at a tipping point, and voter dissatisfaction is at an all-time high. Once hailed as the foundation of democracy, the two-party system now seems more like a straitjacket. Outdated, restrictive, and incapable of managing the growing complexity of the country. The extraordinary levels of party conflict are forcing voters into what many believe to be a false choice. Sometimes, it comes down to choosing the lesser of two evils when deciding between Republicans and Democrats. As this discontent grows, groups like No Labels and independent politicians like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. are assuming a central role and vowing to change the status quo. They claim to provide a much-needed alternative to the current political duopoly by promising to mend divides and give voters a fresh path. However, are these projects really a response to deep voter dissatisfaction, or are they just opportunistic? Attempts to exploit political fatigue? Bill Maher was adamantly doubtful. The No Labels movement, in his opinion, was little more than ostentatious, eye-catching political performance that ultimately provided no useful solutions. He argued that these external efforts exploit voter displeasure since they lack a clear strategy to solve the underlying problems. However, Jessica Tarloff took a different approach in her rebuttal. She believes that the rise of third-party candidates signals a significant shift in people's perspectives. Americans are by no means disengaged. They are actively seeking a political home that aligns with their values and does not force them to choose between the extremes of the left and right. With the fate of American democracy at stake, the key question remains: will these new movements lead to significant change, or are they only a distraction in an already dysfunctional system? one thing is certain: the current political landscape is set to change.
I'm shrinking now. Okay, Jessica, how damaging could a potential no labels presidential ticket be for Joe Biden? So this is an official third party now, no labels. Who is this?
A bunch of
Joe
grifters.
Manchin. It says, what do you make of rumors Joe Manchin will be their candidate? Oh, exciting.
I'll start by saying the no labels folks are grifters, and everyone should know that they're just trying to...
Grifters?
Grifters.
Right.
Yes.
You don't think they're sincere?
I think they're sincere like 40 minutes a day, and then I think the rest of it is just an attempt to get people who feel disenfranchised, like they're looking around and they're like, they're two 80-year-old guys, I don't like either of them.
Right.
Give me more money, give me more money.
Right.
And they don't really care what the outcome is, and they justify it by saying, well, it's going to suck either way.
Wow.
But apparently, the top polling no labels ticket is Nikki Haley as president and Joe Manchin as VP. I happen to think, and Joe Manchin is not my favorite Democrat, though he voted with us all the time, and I'm thankful for having someone in West Virginia. I don't think he would do something like that because it would just destroy an entire legacy that he's had. But they do take more support from Trump than they do from Biden. It's the same with like RFK Jr. If he were able to get on more than half a ballot or something like that.
Their discussion went straight to the heart of a more significant issue: a growing belief that neither major party is truly equipped to handle the nation's most pressing problems. Whether it's gun control, income inequality, abortion rights, or climate change, Republicans and Democrats are mired in a cycle of partisan stasis where gridlock dominates and progress appears unachievable. Given this climate of frustration, it is hardly surprising that disillusioned voters have been drawn to figures such as RFK Jr. and movements like No Labels. They present themselves as innovators who promise fresh ideas, practical solutions, and a commitment to bipartisanship. But their rise raises an important question. Are they genuine reformers seeking meaningful change, or are they shrewd opportunists using a broken system for political gain? Maher's critique of third-party movements as political mush, uninspired, bland, and incapable of satisfying anyone reflects the cynicism of many Americans. The uncomfortable reality is that the U.S. political system was not designed to accommodate third parties. Because of its winner-take-all structure, any attempt to subvert the two-party monopoly risks becoming a total spoiler, splitting votes, dividing the electorate, and skewing elections in unexpected ways. As the level of discontent continues to rise, one thing is certain: alternatives are in high demand. However, whether these movements offer real solutions or serve as mere distractions remains unclear.
A recent study found a growing political divide between men and women, with younger women skewing much more liberal than men. This is not new, but I think it's just more prevalent. I think the number I saw was 30 points. That is a huge.
And that's the abortion issue, right?
That's a lot of.
As Republicans, we're losing young people, we're losing suburban moms, we're losing women. Strictly on the abortion issue, and that's just terrible for the party.
I think it's abortion, it's guns, it's climate change, it's social justice,
and Trump, and the pussy grabber, who's like the who
and now owing $83 million.
I'm not with Trump. I don't know why you guys keep looking at me.
I know. But what's interesting, what you two have in common is that you both can't say, yeah, and of course, so I'm voting for Biden. You both can't do that. I just find that interesting.
He can't say, she can't say, you can't say, Biden can't say, and most white people won't say, I'll sit down and talk about black people, about real black issues from a place where I know I'm going to leave the table.
Different issue. I'm
talking about fucking racist.
I know you are.
Like, we don't want to talk about that. But when you say me and him are the same, we're the same. Besides that, we want to do it. Like, how has Biden or Trump been good for my community?
A heated discussion on whether third-party movements provide genuine solutions or are just wishful thinking revealed a growing divide on how to address voter disenchantment. So what do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you don't want to miss out on the hottest celebrity news, make sure to subscribe to Daily Finder.